Good day, collective. It's your girl, Saudi Rose, coming to you with another message of the day. All praise to the Most High God, love to the Mother. Today's message is source, and everything is love. Everything is you. When we say, well, everything is you, I want to start off with that because I feel like that's part of the challenge that we have, is that so many people get caught up in the fact that God is external. The worship, the praise of God is external. It's outside of our bodies. But no matter what faith or religion you observe, I just want to make the case that actually God is very much inside of you. I believe if you hold that principle to be true, it very much changes the way you look at everything. If God is in me, and if God is in you, I should give the same reverence and respect, understanding that I would give myself. But if I don't like myself because I don't think God is in me and I think poorly of myself, then I'm going to treat myself bad. I'm going to treat you bad. Christ consciousness, Christ is known as the Son of God. Christ is the Son, S-U-N, Son. The Christ consciousness is the Son in us via the Holy Spirit. Our ascension isn't earned. It is by the grace of God that we all have it. Everyone does. It's the great equalizer. So while Christ definitely is the Son of God and royalty, in my opinion, only mine, God is in all of us through the Holy Spirit, and it's our choice about how we improve ourselves. God, through the Holy Spirit, is a protector, a nurturer, and guide that we have the choice to utilize in our journey of self-ascension and improvement. I am in awareness that I am of God. I am a spiritual being having a human experience. It is up to all of us where we are in this process and the pace that we're going. When we were unified with God, we were ascended, and over time, we have descended. The revolution is in all of us. It's in you, it's in me. I swear, y'all, every time I get past my ego, get past myself, one of the things that I'm working on, I swear, it's like I hear trumpets going off within me because it's yet another barrier, another area of improvement, another thing I'm not running from, another thing I'm confronting, another thing I'm holding my ground with. And so, when we improve ourselves, our reality will shift. Literally jumping from timeline to timeline. I know if you don't believe in energy and all this, it sounds crazy, but it's true. As Neville Goddard said, if we shift the object inside of us, it will change the shadows outside of us. We control the external, not the other way around. And love is the great connector that unifies us in our disjointed experience that still leads us back to harmony and unity again. Maybe you didn't hear me. I'm going to say it again. Love is the great connector that unifies us in our disjointed experience and separation that will eventually still lead us back to harmony and unity again. And that is Source. That is God. At 528 hertz, the frequency, love connects us heart to other people, heart to Source, connected to the Most High God, and heart to the cosmos. Love secures our emotional, physical, mental, spiritual well-being. And I'm not talking about just romantic. I'm talking about all forms of love. Self-love, family, love for nature, love for the universe. When we have a high frequency of love, means you're going to have a positive energy experience. You are in an abundant state of being. That looks like peace, gratitude, that you are honest with yourself and others, that you are authentic, what you say, you mean, you don't have any masks, you're showing up as yourself. You will have high emotional awareness. You understand your emotions. You identify that you're having those emotions and you're not letting them control you, which is emotional regulation. You can identify those emotions and figure out the responses to them. You have emotional resilience, meaning that when things are happening to you, especially high stressful situations, you can control your emotions and your responses. You have emotional stability. You know how to manage your emotions. You know how to neutralize them, especially like when you're getting mad or when you're worrying. That you're a compassionate being, that you have emotional safety so that you're comfortable with being vulnerable and being vulnerable around others, and that you're flexible. No matter what comes at you at life, you know that you got to go with the flow. You are prosperous. You are joyful. When you have a high frequency of love, you will be creative. You will be productive. You will be peaceful. And you will have positive relationships with yourself and others. On the flip of that, when you have a low love frequency, you will be negative. You will have a negative energetic experience. You will doubt yourself. Emotionally, you'll be a mess, okay? All that emotional regulation, emotional stability, emotional resilience, you will be emotionally a mess. You will possibly have illness. You could suffer from behavioral health challenges, including addiction, mental health issues. Your life will be chaotic. You will have confusion and lack of clarity regarding yourself and your intentions and your goals. It could result in death around you. It could result in your death. You could hate yourself. It could result in you being suicidal. It could result in trauma bonds that are generational, these curses. And it definitely will result in bad relationships. And worse, you're going to live in lies. You will live in the upside down world where the lies become the truth. Sound familiar? So how do you raise the frequency? You live a life of gratitude. You live a life of mindfulness. To be able also to raise your frequency, you have to release blockages. How do you do that? Self-love and compassion. You have to love yourself and know how to receive and give. So that means that you got to treat yourself well. You got to rest. You got to exercise. I'm working on that. You got to eat well. I'm working on that. You have to have emotional health. You have to practice all those things I just talked about in terms of emotional regulation, stability, resiliency, adaptability. You need to learn how to set boundaries, That is an area that I'm working on. You only need to set your boundaries. You need to stay firm in them. And you need people who will respect your boundaries as well, close to you. And then there's affirmations that you can do too. I mentioned the Reiki principles. You're supposed to do it in the morning and night, 5 minutes a day. I am grateful. I work with diligence. I am kind to myself and others. I am slow to anger. I am not anxious. I am not in a state of anxiety. You say those things, and you know what? It actually makes a difference. You also can to increase your frequency, strengthen your relationship with others through empathy, through understanding, forgiveness, and active listening. Active listening. Don't listen to respond. Listen to listen so that you can respond accordingly. You don't have to agree with what they're saying, but you need to acknowledge and respect it so that you can have honest communication. And you have to respect each other's boundaries. Really respect them. A person that doesn't respect your boundaries and who acts like they don't matter, that's not a positive, healthy dynamic and will lead to a lower frequency of love. And finally, you have to spend quality time with the people that you love and with yourself. You need your you time, and the people in your life, including your children, need you time. I'm not talking about spending money on them. I'm talking about you sitting down, doing things with them that they love to do. and that you enjoy to do as well. I hope this resonates with you. I hope all is well. I hope that you are in a high frequency of love. And if you aren't, then I encourage you to do some of the things that I mentioned today. All right. Peace.